Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. Today we're going to be looking at a pocket-size, everyday carry tactical flashlight. And this isn't just any flashlight. This comes from a brand called Lumintop. You may not have heard of them, but from what I'm seeing with their products, they look very promising. So now this particular model is one I chose because I was interested in it for namely what it's made out of. So this is made out of titanium, and it also has gold-plated internals as well. So, and it says it's really, really bright. So we'll go over the spec list in a bit. This is the Tool AA 2.0 Titanium. So this is the upgraded, because it's made of titanium, version of the Tool AA 2.0. Alright, now with all that out of the way, let's look at those specs. Alright, so I went ahead and made a printout version. So I took all the specs listed on the manufacturer's website and made it a little easier. So I'm just going to pan this by the camera. Of course, feel free to pause if you want to take longer to read it. NW, by the way, is the weight, so it's 40 grams. At least they claim it is 40 grams. Alright, so let's go over the price. As with most of my reviews, you usually hear me saying this, and it's true in this case as well. How much you pay for it is going to depend on where and who you get it from. Keep in mind, I had to have this imported. You probably will too, or buy it from some sales platform that'll do the importing for you. But anyway, from what I've been seeing to the States, you can probably get it for, oh wait, but there's two different packages. There's just the flashlight, and then the flashlight with the special branded Lumintop battery, which is the 14,500 rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look around the packaging. It should be quick. Alright, so now close look at the box here. You've already seen the front, but now you can see this a little better. It looks to be a schematic of the flashlight. Alright, everyday carry flashlight. So at least on the front, it doesn't really mention what particular model you've got. This might be a hint. I don't know if this stays consistent among all the different options. But anyway, so let's look around the box. Maybe we can see more details, namely about the model I selected. So, okay, around the sides, nothing. Back. Oh, okay, there we go. So we can see their Tool AA 2.0. Alright, so I see what they're doing. This is like the starting point, and then depending on what model or trim level or whatever you want to call it, then you start checking different boxes. So in this case, it is the titanium. So you just mentally put the little TI up there, and then Cree, because that's the XPL HD, right, LED. Alright, so, okay, I get it now. And right there you can see it is imported, coming from Shenzhen. And there you go, you have the website and all that. Some QR codes. Looks like this might be meant to be sold not just in China, based on some of these QR codes I'm seeing here, but and the fact that it's in English on the back. Alright. Alright, so overall impressions of the packaging. This is going to be quick because there isn't a lot to speak about on this one as far as packaging goes. We have a very simplistic box. You could even argue maybe it's trying to go the whole minimalist route. Possible. The box is sturdy, though, I will tell you that. It is nice and firm. And on the back, we do get kind of a little spec sheet, but it's more of just, hey, what model you bought. It might be nice to have some of those cool specs on the back. There's a lot of area up here, but again. And one other thing, I'm not really sure. There's a chance that if this was sold in a retail environment, like a store shelf type deal, they may actually have sleeves that go around this, which that's a possibility. I don't know. But anyway, so packaging works. It got here, and hopefully it's in one piece, but it feels like it. You don't hear anything rattling around inside. Good sign. All right, let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so there was no seal on the package. I'm not sure if that's how they all come or just mine, but anyway, we'll see. So pulling it open. Alright, so this fell out first. We'll take a look at it real quick. Alright, so we have instructions. And alright, let's see, we have pictures. Okay, and it's obviously written in multiple languages. I think that there, I believe that's Japanese. That one right there in the middle. And yeah, okay. Anyway, there's probably Chinese on here as well. And there's English. You get the idea. So there's different languages on there. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories. We have the item here. It is in a baggy, actually pretty thick plastic bag. So we'll get to that in just a bit. We'll see what else we get though. Before we jump straight to that, we get a wrist strap. So one of these, thread this through, and then you put this through a little hole, and then yeah. Okay. Yeah, feels good. All right. Next, we have this here. Oh, okay. So this is like silicone. See? Yep. And I think this may be a diffuser. So you go ahead and slip this over the head of the flashlight and turn it on, and it becomes more like a lamp. So it kind of diffuses the light in all directions, so it's not super bright on any one spot, but again, more like a lamp. Okay. And then up in the upper corner here, there's something that's, I'm not sure what it is. Let me have the guy dig him out. Give me a second. Oh, okay. I had to get some forceps to pull this out. Alright. Here we have... Oh, okay. O-rings. Cool. I'm assuming these are spares to help keep it waterproof with that promised submersibility of 2 meters depth. Alright, but here we all came to see is the light itself. So even before I open it, already impressed, you can tell. Okay, but before I take out the bag, let's just kind of appreciate the packaging here. This seems to be not just a plastic bag, but almost vacuum sealed. You can kind of see how it's all like tightened down. There's really nowhere there's any slack, no puffiness like a balloon. Alright, so I had to use a scissor to cut it into it. Alright. Whoa. So, definite knurling here. So, I mean, yeah, you get a lot of grip off of these portions here. So, that's notable right away. You have... Oh, cool. There's their logo. And if you didn't know, that's their mascot, or the logo. I'm assuming their mascot because I've seen him on other Lumintop things, the cute little bunny rabbit. Okay, here... I suppose he's here too. There he is. Lumintop Tool Delay 2.0. Pocket clip. And now let's look at this LED. Alright, that's nice close up there. Well in focus too. Which isn't always easy to get a good in-focus shot with all these very reflective surfaces and whatnot. But anyway, so you can see there you got the nice LED there, dead center. Can't miss it. And then a very reflective bowl. And don't know if it's coming up, but if you can see around the inner rim, there seems to be like a greenish kind of aqua colored halo. I think that, I don't know yet for sure, but I believe it might actually kind of light up or something, one of the things active to give it even more flare. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to kind of test the limit of this camera here. But if you look at this knurling, there's grip even within each diamond. So it's, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but you'll have to maybe believe me if you can't see it, but I think it is coming up. That yes, that's must be the reason it's even more grippy than you'd think it would be. Alright, trying to get it in focus here. There you go. If you notice, these I guess, tails right here are actually protecting the button, and they seem to be just high enough to protect it without going overboard and adding length to the tool. So another attention to detail. Just going to show you this. If you see that SN right there, and there's this my serial number underneath my thumb. So, all right. So I went ahead and opened it up, and just wanted to show you the components there. So there's the back, the tail cap. You notice how there are those nice looking internals there. Spring is nice and centered. It looks unlike some other cheap flashlights where it's all crooked and off to the side. And also notice that around the base there we have that, what is that, copper? But anyway, plated, who knows. And there was a battery blocker to preserve the battery from draining during shipping. So again, just a little attention to detail like that goes a long way. Here's their special battery. You can see it's rechargeable using Type-C. That's where you recharge it right there. Okay, and that's how many milliamp hours. And there's the voltage if it's coming up, 3.7 volts with, was that 3.4 WH high capacity. All right, and then the number there is right there, 14,500 Lumintop branded. So, okay, I would recommend getting this battery. You want those extra features and power, so yeah. Plus, it's just cool. And I would just point out, you probably noticed, but in case not, you can see here that the clip for the pocket clip is removable. So you would slide it off, and here's where the ring is open. So, right. Okay. So here's the flashlight with the diffuser stuck on the end. Slips on, nice and easy. Just wanted to show you the battery actually lights up on the top to let you know it's charging. And then turns green when it's done. Alright, so I had the chance to go ahead and run a few tests with it. Don't worry, I'll show you footage and what it looks like and all that. But I wanted to put up the numbers here. So this is a test I did. I did 2 runs, as you can see. Notice the units of measure for my light meter is in lux, not lumen. So if you're interested in knowing how many lumens this corresponds to, you're going to have to do the conversion. If you want to do that, you'll need to know this information up top. So we have the light was fired straight on to the target, so at a perpendicular angle, of course. The target's 13/16 inch across, and I did that at 2 feet away. Okay, so anyways, here you have the modes, and then here are the numbers. Now this bottom one, it says out of limit. That's actually good if you think about it, because that means it overwhelmed the meter. So I guess that's quite turbo, right? Alright, so anyway, there are the numbers. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the light. Alright, so here we are in the room with the lights off. I do have a little lamp on the left. That's just to give the camera enough light that it can use to focus on something when I hit record. Alright, so what you're seeing right here is actually the tail cap of the flashlight. And it has this real cool blue halo here. Kind of looks like Tron, and that's what it looks like to me. I like it. Anyway, so this is a feature that's always on, so you can't turn it off. This just happens, but you have to have that supplied battery or one of those high output lithium ion batteries. If you just put a standard but high quality alkaline AA in here, you're not going to get this feature. And there are also a couple other light modes that I don't think you get, or they're not as powerful. So yeah, I again recommend using the battery supplied or one like it. Okay. Alright, so here we are back in the room. I realized I haven't yet gotten the chance to show you the diffuser in action, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Put that over the flashlight. Keep in mind I have the flashlight set in low power. Okay, and of course you could use it with the other higher powers if you wanted, but I'll go ahead and turn up the light and show you what it looks like. So there you are. And I know on camera it's kind of glaring a bit, right? But with the naked eye, obviously that glare isn't there. And it looks, well, as you'd imagine, like a lantern. So you can see it's spreading out the light. Yeah, you get some directional off the front end because that, as you notice, is a little bit brighter than the side. But overall, I would say it's still more of a lantern in this mode than a flashlight or a directed flashlight. So yeah, but there's one other cool thing about this that I didn't notice until I tried it out, and I'll demonstrate that for you right now. When you turn off the light, yep, that's right, the diffuser is glow in the dark. So if you accidentally are switching between flashlight and lantern mode and you drop this on the floor while you're camping, it's easy to find. Isn't that clever? Alright, so I've had the chance to use this for a few days now, and I want to let you know my impressions on it. So let's first start off about how it is to carry, namely the weight. So it's obviously a very metallic looking device because it is made of metal, obviously, but it kind of gives you the impression that it's kind of heavy, and I can actually tell you it isn't heavy. So earlier I put up that piece of paper, which said it was, 40 grams without the battery. Well, I decided to weigh it, and it's actually 42 grams without the battery. Alright, not a big difference, pretty close. Now, I also decided to weigh it with the battery that was supplied. So again, that would be that Lumintop lithium-ion battery that you saw earlier in the video. I put that in there, and the thing goes up to 63 grams. Still, very light for the amount of power you're getting out of this little flashlight. Now let's talk about the looks. This is kind of a departure from almost every other flashlight I have. Everything else has the whole tactical look going on. This is kind of more of a ritzy, dressed-up look, but yeah, I found out it goes really well with dress clothes. So here's a picture of this light just clipped to the pocket of a pair of my dress pants. Alright, so you can see, looks really nice, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about batteries and availability of batteries. I'm not going to cover regular AA batteries because you can get those almost anywhere, right? What I'm going to talk about here are the lithium ion, I believe the 3.7 volt high output batteries. Now, you could always order more from Lumintop, and that might be what you choose to do. However, for whatever reason, if you can't access those batteries, I found out you can buy other brands for this flashlight. Now, they obviously have to have the same specs, but I did find a few other vendors and whatnot that can supply batteries that you'll need if you want to get all the features of this light, and for whatever reason don't get them from Lumintop. Now, keep in mind though, they're going to be obviously more expensive than your normal battery, and yeah, but you can knock down the price of those a little bit if you're willing to get the batteries that do not have the plug-in USB Type-C port right on the battery, like the supplied Lumintop one does. So if you take that feature off, it brings down the price a little bit. So anyway, that's something you can go with. And right now, actually, I have one of those other batteries, a replacement battery, we'll call it, from a different manufacturer. It's in there right now, and it's working. So yes, and all the features work and all that good stuff. So all right, now we're going to get to the conclusion here. I just want to go over a quick disclaimer, and that's regarding my use of this item. To say that I've used this item basically for only as long as it took to make this review. So I can't tell you how long this device will last, if over years and years, and especially if you're going to be very hard on it, I don't know. Now, that's not to say that this isn't durable. It might be one of the most durable flashlights out there. I don't know because I don't abuse my items, especially ones that look nice like this. It just kind of screams to me, take care of it, not abuse it. So I've been really gentle with this one, and again, I've only used it for a few days. So all I can tell you is it seems really well built. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the conclusion. Would I recommend this flashlight? I would say yes, but it's probably going to be more of the because you want it than you really need it. Now, the reason I say that is there are a lot of flashlights out there that are bright, are probably way more affordable than this one, and they might just fit the bill for what you need. You know, toolbox flashlight, or whatever, glove box flashlight. This might be just a little overkill for that. But again, if you want something like this, I think this is a really good flashlight. And if you're looking to spend a little something or just have something that all your buddies don't have, I think it's a really good option. And I actually really enjoy carrying this flashlight. So it's kind of become kind of like an everyday carry, kind of something to fidget with too when I'm bored. So there is that. And I do love the little blue light on the clicky button. Seems simple, but it just looks so cool.